It's showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back. Django Fett here, and we are doing the final part of the KOTOR, man. And yeah, I decided to go with the robes, because why not? And we're first gonna face off against Bastila.
Revan, I knew you'd come for me. Sadly, I know this is true. Had you reclaimed the power of your previous identity, I would be your apprentice, not Malak's. But you rejected the dark side. Now you must pay the price. Here on the Star Forge, the power of the dark side is at its strongest. This time, you will not defeat me.
So, I have to fight her one-on-one. And she's gonna have a double-bladed red lightsaber. So that's interesting.
I see now why Malak followed you. Even though you're only a shell of your former self, you're still a formidable opponent. I can't even imagine the power you must have wielded when you were the Dark Lord. You were a fool to give it all up and follow the light side.
So this is gonna happen a lot. We're gonna talk, fight. I'm gonna try to convince her to come to the light.
The dark side has made me stronger than I ever was before. I have a greater command of the Force than all but the most powerful Jedi Masters. As Malak teaches me the greatest secrets of the Sith, I will unlock more of my potential. Eventually, there'll be no limit to what I can accomplish with the Force. Have you forgotten the ways of the Sith already, Revan? Eventually, I will challenge my master. If I am worthy, he will die by my hand, and I will become the new Sith Master. Then I will take on my own apprentice, and the cycle will begin again. This is the way of the Sith. It is how we assure our leaders are always the strongest and most worthy. No, Revan. It is you who are doomed. You're getting weary. I can sense it. Your strength falters. The light side is failing you while the power of the Star Forge re-energizes me. Soon this will all be over.
Then strike me down, Bastila. I won't defend myself. Obi-Wan style, you know, against Darth Vader. Episode 4, I should say. Episode 4.
The dark side will always triumph over the light. Malak has assured me of victory. You can't defeat me here on the Star Forge. You can't! So be it! This is not possible. You have rejected the dark side. You are a weak and pathetic servant of the light. How can you still stand against me? Why can't I defeat you? Yes, I see you speak the truth. I am no match for you. Please, for the sake of what we once shared, do not make me suffer. End my life quickly. There is no other way. What other choice do you have? I have fallen to the dark side. I am the apprentice to the Dark Lord himself. You cannot let me live.
You can reject the dark side, Bastila. Return to the light. I was redeemed, Bastila. You can be too.
No, I am not strong enough. There is too much anger inside me now. Too much hatred and fear. I can no longer find peace in the Force.
Use our bond then. Take your strength from me.
You always had more strength than I did. I told you that. I felt so helpless before your destiny. You were Revan and I couldn't tell you. It was agonizing. Even worse when I began to feel closer to you. I despised myself for it. And even now, I feel your strength. It does help me. Thank you. I think I can face the end now. If you were the one to end it for me.
I love you, Bastila. I can't abandon you. Ever.
You love me. There was a time I yearned for, and yet dreaded to hear those words. I loved you too, but I could never face who you were. Malak knew how I felt. Any part of the light that was within me would be extinguished when I killed you. But what good is love? It cannot save me from the sea of blackness I am drowning in. I have betrayed everything I ever believed in. How can I atone for that?
Help us defeat the Sith, Bastila. This will atone for what you have done.
Yes, I could join you in your battle against the Dark Lord. That alone would not make up for all I have done. Yet it would be a step in the right direction. But how would you be able to trust me? How do you know I wouldn't turn on you when you faced Darth Malak? How do you know the dark side wouldn't make me betray you again? You play a dangerous game. Are you certain you wish to take this risk? I could end your life and gain Malak's favor with a single stroke of my lightsaber.
You won't, Bastila, because I love you and I believe in you.
You are brave, and some would say foolish. But you are also right. The dark side has not wholly consumed me. I cannot raise my blade against you. You will go on to defeat Malak. Of this I have little doubt. You will have gone from being the Sith Lord himself to the savior of our galaxy. And you said you loved me. This may not be the best time to say it, but I love you too, with all my heart. After this? No. Nothing could make me feel safer than to be loved by you. You should go. Malak awaits. This isn't over yet. For any of us. I should stay here, though. If we face Malak, I am afraid his dark presence will overwhelm me. It would not be wise to expose myself to such temptation.
Bastila, I want you at my side when I face the Dark Lord. You could use your battle meditation to aid the Republic fleet. So I don't know what would happen if she would be at your side. I think she would just reject you and stay there no matter what. So I'm just going to put the battle meditation aside. I've always wanted to know what would happen if you said that. If someone can answer in the chat or in the comment section, that'd be great.
Yes.
So believe it or
That would be
not,
for the
this is the
best.
first time
don't
I have
need me to
ever
defeat
saved
Malak anyway.
Bastila in this game
Now I
when I'm going
understand
down the
that a
light
true
side.
Jedi is a match
I've
for
always
any
never
Sith,
been able to
even the
save her
Dark Lord
because
himself.
I've
I will
never
stay
had
here
a
in this
high
chamber and
persuade
use my
skill.
battle
Even though I
meditation to
thought
aid
I've
the
put it at a
Republic
high
fleet.
persuade skill,
I am their only
but I
hope of
never
destroying
did.
the Star Forge
And
ending
that's
the
what
Sith
would
menace.
cause
You must
me
go
to
and face
not
Malak, but
save
you
her
have to
in the
hurry.
end.
Once I turn the
And
battle
make
in
me
the
kill her
Republic's favor, we
because
won't
she
have
just
much time to
wouldn't be
escape the
convinced
Star
by me.
Forge before it's destroyed.
So
Good luck, my love.
unfortunately I would
May
have
the
to kill
Force
her
be
and
with
then
you.
that'd be done with it. But I did save her, and this is the first time ever in any of my playthroughs that going down the light side that I've been able to save Bastila. And that is crazy to me. I never thought I would get to that point, but here I am, and finally did it with this special playthrough, and it feels awesome. And definitely discovered something new where she could be at your side, but I don't know if she would actually be at your side when you face Malak in the final encounter. I don't think that would happen.
Squadron moving in. Three squadrons through. We've broken their lines.
Bastila is no longer using her battle meditation against us. The tide has turned.
Red Squadron, into the breach. Capital ships, reinforce their position. The Fifth Fleet is in disarray. Now's our chance. Hit that Star Forge with everything we've got.
I will stay here in this chamber and use my battle meditation to aid the Republic fleet. I am their only hope of destroying the Star Forge and ending the Sith menace. You must go and face Malak, but you have to hurry. Once I turn the battle in the Republic's favor, we won't have much time to escape the Star Forge before it's destroyed. Good luck, my love.
I tire of this game, Revan. You have been a thorn in my side from the moment I seized the mantle of Dark Lord from your feeble grasp. You made a mistake coming here, Revan.
You made a mistake betraying me.
The Starforge fuels my command of the dark side. You are no match for me here, and this time you will
Your
not
arrogance will be
escape.
your downfall. It's you who can't escape, Malak. Surrender, and the Jedi might show you mercy.
Is that what you call it? You think stripping away your power and your identity was an act of mercy, Revan? I would rather die. Spoken like a true slave of the Jedi Code. Save your preaching, Revan. I will have none of it. You are an insignificant speck beneath my notice. I have surpassed you in every way and accomplished what you never could. I have unleashed the full potential of this Rakatan factory. You had no idea of the power within this place. Its very walls are alive with dark side energies. And now, my old master, I will let the Starforge itself destroy you.
So, I had to fight up against these droids because Malak is a pussy-ass bitch, and he wants to recover his strength or whatever. And he's biding his time. So, I've been trying to figure out how to destroy these things. I was fighting them constantly, destroying them. And you have to actually go to the terminals and actually destroy the, like, hack them manually, then you can destroy them, and then they'll won't, you know, respawn over and over again. So, yeah, the robes, I mean, as good as they are, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, that's the thing. They have no real armor. So you have to rely on, like, your Jedi abilities to protect you. I'm going to stick with the armor in the beginning, but then I'm going to switch to the robes.
Well done, Revan.
Just to see how that goes.
The defenses of the Starforge would
Just to
destroy
recover
you.
my
But I see there is more of
force
your own
abilities
self in
and
you
stuff
than
like
I
that.
expected. You are stronger than I thought. Stronger than you ever were during your reign as the Dark Lord. I did not think that was possible. I am tempted to try and capture you alive, Revan. Then I could break your will and bind you to me as my apprentice, as I did Bastila. You would be a far greater asset to me than even Bastila and her battle meditation, if I could control you. But is it worth the risk? Perhaps you are too powerful to be my apprentice. I betrayed you when I realized my own strength was greater than yours. In time, you might try to do the same to me. I cannot deny your resilience. You survived my first betrayal thanks to Bastila's interference. You escaped the destruction of Taris, and you escaped me on the Leviathan. You even survived my attempt to destroy you with the Starforge itself. Fate and destiny have conspired to keep you alive despite all my efforts. We have been inexorably pushed to this final confrontation, Revan. I see now that this can only be settled when one of us destroys the other. Once again, we shall face each other in single combat, and the victor will decide the fate of the galaxy.
So this is the final battle, guys. Let's do it. Alright, so this fight is the toughest, as we expected. He is no pushover. He will take a lot of punishment, and I will actually end up switching to the robes just to get more of my force regeneration, or yeah, pretty much my force abilities, just to get my force regenerated, because you will have to use it quite a bit because you'll be losing a lot of health. So I'm gonna pause it quite a bit to regenerate my health, get some first aid kits and stuff like that to heal me. There's an advanced med pack, so I'm gonna use that. And I am going to switch to the robes, I think. And use the adrenals quite a bit too, to help with the fight. Since it's the final fight, just might as well just use them all. I always stock up on them and then just freaking use it at the last battle.
You continue to amaze me, Revan. If only you had been the one to uncover the true power of the Starforge, you might have become truly invincible. But you were a fool. All you saw was an enormous factory. All you ever imagined was an infinite fleet rolling forth to crush the Republic. You are blind, Revan. Blind and stupid. The Starforge is more than just a space station. In some ways, it is like a living creature. It hungers, and it can feed on the dark side that is within all of us. Look around you, Revan. See the bodies? You should recognize them from the Academy. These are Jedi who fell when I attacked Dantooine. For all intents and purposes, dead. Except for one difference. I have not let them become one with the Force. Instead, I have brought them here. The Starforge corrupts what remains of their power and transfers the dark taint to me. cannot beat me, Revan. Not here on the Starforge. Not when I can draw upon the power of all these Jedi. And once you are beaten, I will do the same to you. You will be trapped in a terrible existence between life and death. Your power feeding me as I conquer the galaxy.
So Malak has his health regenerated, and he will be doing this the whole fight, pretty much being a pussy and not relying on his power, and try to flee and regenerate his health by sucking the life from these other Jedi in the stasis. So pretty much have to deal with that, and doing a lot of runaway to heal myself while this happens. So he's gonna go and pretty much regenerate some health by sucking up some life force of the Jedi. There's nothing you can do about it. You just pretty much have to repeat this process, get out of the way, regenerate your health, and you can actually use these Jedi yourself and drain their life. You would get dark side points, but you would prevent Malak from actually using them as life and stuff. So only you can use the drain life ability. You would get dark side points from that, but you would prevent Malak from sucking up their life. You could actually suck up their life yourself. If you were going down the dark side, that is the best approach, to take away all of these while Malak is healing himself, and then he can come back and fight you. So when you're going down the light side, this is actually a more painful fight because you can't actually use any of the Jedi, and you actually have to like retreat quite a bit, and you know, use all the adrenals and stuff like that, health kits, all this other stuff, just to get back to fighting form, and then fight him again constantly, because there's like, I think 6 Jedi around the area that Malak can use to suck up for his life force and stuff. So pretty much a lot of running away and stuff. So I was just gonna like fast forward through all of this pretty much, because it's quite annoying, this battle, and a little aggravating, to be honest. But I'm gonna fast forward the rest of this and then get to the final bit. And that is it.
Impossible. I cannot be beaten. I am the Dark Lord of the Sith.
This is the way of the dark side, Malak. All things end in death. The power of the light will always be stronger than the dark.
Still spouting the wisdom of the Jedi, I see. Maybe there is more truth in their code than I ever believed. I cannot help but wonder, Revan, what would have happened had our positions been reversed? What if fate had decreed I would be captured by the Jedi? Could I return to the light as you did? If you had not led me down the dark path in the first place, what destiny would I have found?
You cannot blame me for the path you chose. I'm sorry I started you on this path, but you chose to continue down it.
I suppose you speak the truth. I alone must accept responsibility for my fate. I wanted to be master of the Sith and ruler of the galaxy, but that destiny was not mine, Revan. It might have been yours, perhaps, but never mine. And in the end, as the darkness takes me, I am nothing.
There you are. What happened?
That's wonderful news. There's no time to celebrate just yet. I was able to use my battle meditation to allow the Republic to break through the Sith fleet. The capital ships are in bombardment range.
And that means we all have to get out of here right now before this entire complex comes down around our ears. Everyone else is already on the ship. Let's move.
So time to witness this awesome cutscene and this amazing ending.
Admiral Dodonna, we've hit their main orbital stabilizers.
Everyone pull back. I don't want to lose any ships when that space station goes down. We did it, Vandar. The Sith are routed, and the Starforge destroyed.
But at what cost, Admiral? Where is the Ebon Hawk and her crew?
start the victory party without us, Admiral.
I'm sending an honor guard to escort you in. You'll be getting a hero's welcome when we all get home.
You have defeated Malak, destroyed the Starforge, and broken the spirit of the Sith. For this, I am proud to present you each with the Cross of Glory, the highest honor the Republic can bestow. From Coruscant to the farthest reaches of the Outer Rims, you will be known as the saviors of the Republic.
On behalf of the Jedi Council, defenders of the galaxy, and sworn protectors of the Republic, I too would like to honor you for your actions. We Jedi now have another tale to weave into the grand history of our eternal order. The redemption of Revan, the prodigal knight. Wherever you go, you will be recognized as the saviors of the galaxy, the heroes of our age. But you must remain ever vigilant, for one day you may be called upon yet again to defend the glory of the Republic against the tyranny of the dark side. For this is the destiny of the Jedi.
God damn, I love this ending, man. It's so good, so freaking awesome. It just reminds me of like A New Hope, you know, after destroying the Death Star and you know all of that stuff, or Return of the Jedi-esque. It's just so awesome. Now in the dark side ending, if you can actually have Bastila live and she can join you, and basically you can fight Malak, and once you kill him, then you can betray the Republic and take over the Sith and pretty much be the Dark Lord of the Sith right then and there, and Bastila will be on your side. And it's a pretty cool ending too. And what's nice is at the end, so I think it's actually before you beat the game. Even if you don't beat the game and you go down the dark side, like when you get like close to max dark side, it'll be something cool. So pretty much if you restart the game, or you pretty much go back to the title screen, turn off the Xbox, turn it back on, something like that, you can see, instead of Malak, you see your character instead. And I thought that was super freaking cool, just to see your character right then and there going down the dark side instead of Malak, just, you know, prototypical fashion being right there. And I thought that was so freaking cool, man, just to see your character right then and there. It's just something cool, just something cool that I liked. But that's the game, man. That's the game right there, and it's finally over. Finally finished this whole playthrough, man, and I enjoyed my time with this, man, and I freaking loved this game with the passion. As you guys can see, it's easily my favorite game of all time, as you can tell from just basically talking about this game through 28 freaking videos. Can't believe this is the 28th video. I thought this would take much longer, but I finally finished it. So that's pretty much it for talking about the game itself. I'm not really going to do any more of these playthroughs anymore. I'm probably going to just stick to gaming reviews. But I got a lot of expanded universe stuff to get back to, like comics and stuff like that. So I want to get back into that eventually. And I do want to talk about actually another book talking about KOTOR. It's by Alex Kane. I'll divulge into that at a later date. I'll probably do a review of that. It's a really short book, but I do want to like read the whole thing and then do a review of that, because I really want to talk about that book, because it has some really important information about Knights of the Republic that I do want to discuss, because Alex Kane does interview some of the creators of Knights of the Republic, so I do want to, you know, dive into that and talk about that as well at a later date. So that is KOTOR, man, and goddamn, just a good time playing through this game again. Just a good time. And one of these days, you know, never know, I might go back to the dark side and see how this goes down the dark side. I was actually playing this on my phone, believe it or not. KOTOR on the phone, believe it or not, and it's a freaking awesome experience. And you even actually get the Yavin level too. even though that level is kind of stupid at this point. But, you know, the graphics look good, and it actually plays very well on the phone. And I do have to do a video on just talking about the phone aspect in mobile games, because especially with KOTOR and maybe even Total War, because now they have Total War on there. That's freaking nuts on the phone. And I just need to talk about that, because it's nuts. Like the way mobile gaming is now, it's like it can play like games from the original Xbox and Nintendo 64 and all these different games like on your phone. It's insanity to me. I never thought possible. So I'm going to stop this video right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this entire playthrough. I know I did. Please be sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.